Hello everyone. Don't mind me, I'm sitting on my front porch, kind of loud traffic, but I like how it feels sitting out here, so I'm recording out here today. Today was a late day for me. I try not to beat myself up too much about it, because I know that if I try to punish myself for not waking up on time or something, I'll just will get less done. So I try to just flip my day, and usually I start in the morning with the gym, but when I don't wake up on time, I don't go, and I'll save it for the end of the day if I'm satisfied with the amount I get done. So today, in my opinion, the best things about being self-employed. Okay. And this is probably going to change over time, but as of right now, in my first year of being self-employed, this is what I've seen. The benefits that I've seen on my own that I really love. So the first one is definitely the flexibility and control over my schedule. I don't have anyone really telling me at certain times to have to be at a place or to start my work or anything like that. Everything is deadline based, so I just form the work around the deadline and around my schedule. And I can control when I take meetings. I usually only do meetings in the afternoons just because I try and save the mornings for the more challenging work I have. So it's really nice. I work 40 hours but on my own terms, so it's great. The next thing that's kind of in line with that is the time you have between certain projects and between acquiring new jobs, new clients, because this allows you to be able to plan. You don't have 1,000 things on your plate. You're responsible for what you bring on, so you can really kind of plan and make the best decision based on the projects that you find, the clients you find, if they're recurring, if they're project or not. But I found this really useful just because having time between projects allows me to find more projects and do more administrative stuff with my website, with emails, maybe with certain things I want to do for the business that kind of schedules its own time in between those gaps where maybe I don't have as much work or I'm in between projects. So I mean, it could also be a bad thing too, right? Because you want to make money all the time, but sometimes it's not always the case. But the thing with that is that when you're self-employed, you have way higher earning potential because you are in control of how much you earn. You dictate your fees, you dictate how often, how much work is provided, and in a lot of cases you can make way more money in way less time than you normally would working a conventional job where you are tied to your hourly rate. You only get paid if you're on the clock. And I mean, from my experience, even when I wasn't on the clock, I was still thinking about work. I'd be contacted about work, emailed about work, and not be paid for it. Even I would just be thinking and be anxious about work, and the next time I had to go back to work, that I wasn't getting paid for. So, but as an entrepreneur, it's really easy to just have the time that you're working be paid. If you go consult a client, it can be free or you can have them pay you. If you create a plan for someone, before you give it to them, they're going to pay you for it. All those types of things. And of course, all of these things obviously have the negative aspects. You can make more money, but people don't necessarily feel obligated to pay you all the time. But there's processes to put in place to avoid things like that, where people can't avoid paying you. Or if they do, they're going to face consequences. And I guess the next thing is being able to control who you work with and the work that you do. Because I've been in plenty of positions where something was super low level, at least that I felt that I had done for years, and it was just isn't there somebody else who knows how to do this? Entering data, I don't want to. I'm doing way higher level stuff. I feel why am I being tied down doing this this stuff? So I really like that because now I can just outsource that type of work to other people. I don't have to be stuck typing numbers into a spreadsheet for hours because my full-time job requires that of me. And in the meantime, just getting annoyed or whatever because I really just don't want to do that type of work. Versus now, sorry, everything's so loud. Versus now where if I don't want to work with somebody, if I don't like their energy, if I don't like the way that they do business, I really don't have to work with them. I'll just be like, look, I don't think this is a good fit. If I know anybody else who might be good for this, I will definitely send them your way. But I get to say what's worthy of my time, how much my time is worth. So it's a lot better, and I can kind of free up my time too by outsourcing those kind of more like mundane tasks. And overall, I mean, I have more willpower through the day because not only can I focus on serving my clients, but when I'm done serving my clients, I'm not like frazzled because I had to spend an absurd amount of time doing something that is like mind-numbing. You know, like I can actually enjoy my life when I'm done working. I don't worry about my clients because I know the processes I have in place are taking care of anything that, all my notes, my cash flow, like all that stuff is somewhere. So I don't have to have my mind running, oh, did I do this? Oh, I forgot about it. Everything is like written down, set in stone, can't forget about it, can't, like, you know, so I don't really have many reasons to be anxious. And I think that the last thing I really love is that I feel physically and mentally like I work less. I still work a lot. It just doesn't feel like it because I really enjoy working with my clients. I enjoy having my meetings. I enjoy bringing on new people. It's always a good time. I don't really like situations where it's like weird or like strange vibes. I tend to just like, if I feel that way, I just will be like, not a good fit, sorry. But most of the time, usually it works. Usually it's just like we're aligned, we have the same ideas, the same goals, and we can work together. Smooth, easy, similar work styles. Don't have to worry about micromanagement or like calls like at random, you know what I mean? Everything is set up in a certain way so that my boundaries aren't being crossed. Both of us feel good about the arrangement, whether we're meeting frequently or we're having frequent communication about what's going on, or we have some kind of system to gauge where the project is at. Like, there's a lot of just different checkpoints you can add into your systems to help reduce any type of, because like, if you're running a business and you're stressed out all the time, it's not sustainable. It's already hard enough to run your own business. If you're having a hard time doing it, like mentally, you know, there's definitely things that you can probably do to improve. Not saying you're doing things wrong per se, but and that's where people like mentors come in, where they've done it before you, they've been successful at it, and they've proven strategies. And you can't get that type of information anymore. Nobody is selling that on the internet. Forgive me. They're selling it on the internet. They're not giving it away for free. They're selling it because it's valuable information. And I think that you should be able to trust the people that you get this kind of information from, see their process, see the success stories, see the people who benefit directly from their trials and errors. And I'm one of those people. My mentor is Bryce Tubbs. He does work with accounting professionals. He just started another marketing mentorship program, and they're going to keep building. I think that this community is great. I've been a part of it for... I've been a part of the community since the beginning of this year when I started seeing the YouTube videos, but an actual member, I've been a member for about 3-4 months now, and I have seen direct improvements in my life because of the work that I have done in this program. I cannot recommend Bryce's program enough. I think that at the very least, everyone watching this video should click on the link in the description, book a consult call, about 15 to 20 minutes, kind of go through your situation, see what he has to say, see if maybe it's a good fit for you, or he can point you in the right direction of maybe some other areas you can help yourself in. He has so much valuable information. He was really just a helpful human being. Like I said, can't recommend the mentorship program enough. So yeah, I definitely, if you're watching this video, go click on that link.